Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Summit Point, and the guys from Revo have kindly flown me out here to drive a few of their cars and give my thoughts. So, this is a Mk7 GTI 3-door. It's a dual clutch car, and this one's got what I would like to call the full shebang. It has an IS38 turbo, which is the turbo that comes on the Golf R and the S3, intercooler, intake, catless downpipe, exhaust, springs, sways, and a transmission tune. And then it also has 15-inch 6-piston Alcon brakes up front, and the 19-inch Revo wheel with Continental tires. So here we go. They tell me that on 93 octane, which is pump gas here in West Virginia, this car makes just under 400 horsepower at the crank, which is almost double what the standard car makes. So we're going to find out what that means exactly here on the track. It is drying out a bit. Third gear, having trouble finding traction at half throttle coming out of that corner. Wow, fourth is fast. Woo, fourth is really fast. Really shrinks this course down quickly. Oh good, it's dried out a little here. Oh, very fast car. This GTI does not have the performance pack, so no limited slip diff. So the real question is, can it get the power down? A little dirty here. Wow, great turn in. It's finally dry enough in that corner to actually run second gears. Too much power even for that hairpin. Back end rotating around predictably. It's good. All right. Finally, it's dry enough to run the car. Great. Fourth gear. Big torque, about 4,000 RPM. Wow. Actually breaking the tires loose on the uneven sections there. The back follows the front in this car really, really nicely. Big power, 90, 100, short shifting, 110, 120, 130, wow. I know I'm braking it like the 7, but it's because of that wet spot that I don't entirely trust. But look, it dries out here, and then the turn in is really good. Blowing the tires off the top of third gear there. Well, a lot of the refinement of the GTI has been turned into the manic front wheel burnout machine, formerly known as Fiesta ST. You know, I usually say that the Golfs and the GTIs are the more conservative options, whereas the Fords are the really manic ones. But in this case, it seems they have made this quite manic as well. Good. Oh, here we go. A little predictable understeer. Just drifts to the outside. Not bad. No problem. Completely obliterating the tires with third gear. Jesus, this thing is, for a front-wheel drive car, very, very, very quick. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yep, there's sport mode. If you get a little bit of yaw, it'll come in 3,000, 4,000. Big difference in boost over and under 4,000 RPM. That seems to be the number. Wow. Wow, very, very quick. Here's the turn. Yeah, you can hear it. Struggling for traction in third gear, so it's really fourth gear when you can finally get the power down. Very, very fast car for a front-wheel drive car. Man, this thing goes. Really got to slow it down here because I don't want to lose it in that corner. Leave it in third. Coming down. Really good on-center steering. Really, yep, there's the back end fighting to come out. I'm braking. Man, this thing requires a gentle touch. If you drive it ham-fisted, also known as how I normally drive, you just end up with a lot of front wheel spin. You really need to roll into that power gently, especially coming out of the tight corners. Let's see if I can use third onto the back straight here. Nope, there's 5,000 RPM, breaking the tires loose. Wow, 110, 120, 130. Jesus, in a Golf. Now, I have driven faster Golfs than this. I drove that HPA twin turbo 6-cylinder Golf, and that was really like the end of the world car. This is more something that you would realistically do to your car. So this is the kind of thing where it's totally doable and still have a reasonably normal GTI. It's really fast. It's very impressive. I like it a lot. Come on. Very little. Look at that. That's third coming out of these corners. It can't keep the power down. Limited slip diff would go a really, really long way in this car. It's impressive. Really, really quick. Just full throttle there. I mean, I had to be like going straight to use full throttle. It's capable of so much speed in between the corners that you are fundamentally limited in your cornering speed, you know, to what you can do in a GTI with good tires and good suspension. Get down. These tires are noisy, but they're talking, and that's good. This would be a tough car to keep up with if you were driving stick, frankly. I like that it's dual clutch. It does make it more manageable. It does give me one less thing to think about, because I'm really thinking about traction and how to find it and how not to lose it. They keep telling me to stay to the inside in that corner and throw away this exit, which I am starting to believe is the strategy here. Jesus. Just, I mean, a quarter throttle in third gear coming out of one of these hairpins, and it will blow the tires off. I mean, I'm just feathering. Now I'm at full throttle. You can really only use full throttle on the straightaways. Now I'm flat. Wow. Very, very impressive package. This car. It's so much power. I mean, with a package like this, you need to know what you're getting into, because you're going to end up with a car that requires much more finesse. You can, in a stock GTI, you can go pretty quick, and it's a very forgiving car. Quite a bit less forgiving when you're going these speeds in between corners. It's pretty settled though. The suspension on it rides well. It doesn't get upset by little bumps, even though you do lose traction there if you're going flat. But really, you got to be really gentle on the throttle through this whole section. Without the diff, it just picks whichever the inside wheel and lets it spin fairly freely. tend to die around, you know, 100 or so, unless you're talking about the very special ones. The GTI certainly dies around 100, but this thing just pulls like a freight train above 100. And if you've got the room for it, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing did 150, 160 miles an hour at the top end. Super fun. Really a much more intense experience than you get from your normal GTIs. Get down. Nice balance through that corner off power. There's the inside going. There it is. Come on, stay in it. Get power down. Short shift fourth there. Okay, and I'll cool it down. This thing is nutty. I mean, really big power. Grip is at a premium. I would definitely recommend some really sticky tires. I would definitely recommend that if you want to do something like this, that you do get the limited slip diff that comes with the performance pack. I think you'd end up with a much more predictable package at the end of it. But very exciting car, and didn't really put up a fuss, and the brakes are great, and it handles good, and it's everything you'd expect out of a Volkswagen, except with the utterly manic nature of you know, one of the Fords. And so thank you to Revo for having me, and thanks to you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.